So it's Sunday, and this is week 45 of my mental health vlog. This week, I want to talk a little bit about self care, and I know I've talked about it before, but when I was in my meeting on Wednesday, it was a first step meeting that someone was delivering their first step, kind of like I did a few weeks ago, and he was talking about one of the things that he had been neglecting was his health, and he talked about how he had ended up being injured because he wasn't taking care of himself. And I started thinking about the fact that I don't really take care of myself as much as I should. I do things for self care, not enough. I did a lot today. I'll cover that in a minute. Um, but I'm not eating right, and I'm not exercising. I'm walking the dog. Well, I haven't been because it's been too hot, but I was walking the dog. We would do a 1.5 mile walk every day, and I'll do that again when it cools down again. I don't want him burning his little paws on the ground. But eating is something that I can control. I can't control the temperature, but I can control the way that I eat. And I'm not eating enough fruits and vegetables. To be honest, I'm not eating any fruits and vegetables. There's nothing alive in this apartment. Um, Most of my food comes from a box bag or window. So I'm going to the grocery store tonight, and I am going to buy some fruit because I figure if I have fruit in the house, which I like last week, I bought some bananas and I ate them. So if I have fruit in the house, I will eat it because I do need to make sure I'm eating a little bit healthier because I want to be around for the long haul and I want my body to be healthier because physical health goes along with mental health and making sure your body is better. So his first step reminded me that I'm not taking care of myself as well as I should either. I'm doing all the things I need to for my mental health, but I'm not doing enough for my physical health. So I'm not going to be one of those people that does a keto diet or eats 7 servings of fruits and vegetables a day or only eats protein shakes. Or I know myself, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to be that workoutaholic or food fitness freak because that's just not me. But little things I can do. If I have fruit in the house, I will eat the fruit. So I'm going to try and be a little bit better about my eating habits. And it'll definitely help with all these little extra folds and skin and gumbiness that I have around my neck and stomach. So little steps, but something that I can definitely control. So just kind of a recap for the week. On Monday, I had one of my meetings. On Tuesday, I was going to go over to my friends, but then they had something planned, so I just kind of chilled around the house and watched some TV. Wednesday, I had my meeting. It was that first step meeting, which was a really good meeting. I was very proud of the member that did his first step, but it did remind me about my own personal health. On Thursday was date night, and Thursday was also my son's first day of school. Thursday was a rough day. When it was the first time that my son had started school without me. And it made me, it opened up an emotional roller coaster that I had a really hard time controlling on Thursday. One, I remember how much I miss him. And two, I had all these negative thoughts in my head that may have been impractical thoughts, but they were thoughts I had. That he's doing so well without me. That I might be a complication in his life. And I'm so proud of him. But there were just all these emotions that I struggled with pretty much through the entire day. And like I said on Facebook, it's okay not to be okay, because Thursday I was not okay. I'm very proud of him. But it was one of those moments where I hated not being there. He's doing so well, and I am so proud of him. But I had those thoughts. I worry that I am screwing up his life, that I've added this extra level of complication, that I'm making his life harder, that he doesn't need me, that I'm going to be that other parent in his life. And I understand all those things are silly. I do. But emotions aren't always logical. So I felt them and I let them pass. No, I didn't. I felt them and I decided to bury them so I could try and get through the day. And I was fine. And then I talked to him that afternoon after school and talked to him about his first day. And then my emotions ran ragged again. So I buried them again. And then after work, my boyfriend came over and we watched a movie. We watched Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, because it's a movie he hasn't seen. And as a gay man, you have to see Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. And I was fine. I wasn't thinking about anything until the end when they reach Alice Springs and they discover he has a son. And here he has not been present in his son's life. And now he had to be. And how accepting his son was and how loving his son was. And I just lost it all over again. And I kind of felt sorry for my boyfriend because he had to see me in an emotional state that he hasn't really had to see before. So he held me and I cried and I got snot all over his shirt. But Thursday was a very emotional day. And it's negative thinking, which is not healthy. But it's a lot of what if thinking that really gets to me. I try not to do a lot of that. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if my son feels a certain way or doesn't feel a certain way? And those are things that get to me. So that was Thursday. But Friday I got to see him. I got to see my son. And he came over and we spent the night Friday night and we had a really good time. And I took him home on Saturday and he had his belt test for Taekwondo on Saturday morning, which he passed. He's now a red belt in Taekwondo, which is one color away from black. So I'm very proud of him. On Saturday night, I met my boyfriend's parents. He cooked a dinner, a very nice dinner. And I went down to his parents' house and met them, which was fine. I ended up having to talk about a few things I wasn't quite ready to talk about with them. But I figure I have no secrets. I'm all about full disclosure and honesty. So conversations were had that were uncomfortable. But there were conversations that happened. And although they were brought up by my boyfriend's mother, I don't want him to be angry at her because she's just looking out for her son. And I understand that. I understand that 100%. I get it. So that was Saturday night. After dinner, my boyfriend came over to my apartment and spent the night. And we talked about dinner. We talked about his mom and what had happened. And we watched some TV and then went to bed. And then today, because I had told my boyfriend that I wasn't doing enough for self-care, he decided that I needed what he calls a Brittany Bear Day, or what I call a Brittany Bear Day, is where you primp and you pamper. And so we did a face scrub and a 2 different types of masks and an eye mask and nose waxing, which was incredibly painful. I've had it done before, but today hurt. It hurt. I got a lot of hair out of there. It hurt. I would have hated to have seen what it looked like before. But so that was a lot of self-care today. And then, we talked about some stuff. Uh, we're having some physical challenges, and we talked about that. One of them being that my antidepressant that I'm on can really mess with my sex drive, which in the grand scheme of things was a good thing, being a recovering sex addict. But when you are with someone, it can add challenges. So we talked about that a little bit today. But ultimately today was about self-care, which tied in very well with my theme for the week, which was self-care. So I have already run over my time for today, but I wanted to remind everyone that your physical health and your mental health go hand in hand. So when I say take care of yourself, I really do mean take care of yourself. Go for a walk. Don't eat that candy bar if you don't need to. And try and make sure you're getting some nutritional value out of your food that you eat. Because you may not be able to control everything in your life, but you can control what goes in your body. So I'm going to be working harder on that. So that's it for this week, guys. So take care of your friends, take care of your loved ones, absolutely take care of yourself mentally and physically. Wear a goddamn mask, and I will talk to you guys next week. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.